Hello friends, welcome to A to Z Dentistry. This video focuses on important MCQs related to developmental disturbance of teeth. Microdontia commonly affect maxillary canine, maxillary lateral incisor, mandibular premolar, mandibular molar. Maxillary lateral incisor. Microdontia is a condition in which one or more teeth appears smaller than normal. Microdontia commonly affect maxillary lateral incisor. Division of single tooth germ and form two incomplete teeth known as gemination, fusion, concrescence, dens in dentae. Gemination. In gemination, single tooth germ divides and form two incomplete teeth. In concrescence, teeth are united by enamel, dentine, cementum, and velar bone. Cementum. In concrescence, teeth are united by cementum. Angulation or sharp bend in root crown of the tooth is concrescence, dilaceration, dens invaginatus, torodontism. Dilaceration. Angulation or sharp bend in crown or root of the tooth is known as dilaceration. Most common cause of dilaceration is trauma. Talon-Disc associated with which syndrome? Down syndrome, Rubinstein-Tybee syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, Gardner syndrome. Rubinstein-Tybee syndrome. Syndromes associated with Talon-Disc include Rubinstein-Tybee syndrome, Sturge-Weber syndrome, Moore syndrome. Dilated odontom is a synonym of dens invaginatus, dens evaginatus, Talon's cusp, torodontism. Dens invaginatus. Dens invaginatus, otherwise known as dens in dentae, dilated odontom. Dens in dentae is invagination in surface of crown before calcification, structure project lingually from cingulum area of incisors, globule of enamel on the occlusal surface between buccal and lingual cusp of premolar, form of fusion which occurs after the root formation has been completed. Dens in dentae is invagination in surface of crown before calcification. Dens in dentae commonly seen in maxillary canine, maxillary lateral incisor, mandibular premolar, mandibular molar. Maxillary lateral incisor. Dens in dentae commonly seen in permanent maxillary lateral incisor. Leon's premolaris, dens evaginatus, dens in dentae, torodontism, Gardner syndrome. Dens evaginatus. Dens evaginatus is a developmental condition that appears clinically as an accessory cusp or globule of enamel seen on the occlusal surface of premolars. Torodontism associated with which syndrome? Rubinstein-Tybee syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, Gardner syndrome, both A and B. Klinefelter syndrome. Torodontism is the abnormal enlargement that's seen in the pulp chamber and root of a multi-rooted tooth. Condition associated with increased prevalence of supernumerary tooth, cleft lip and palate, cleidocranial dysplasia, Gardner syndrome, all of the above. All of the above. All these conditions are associated with increased prevalence of supernumerary tooth. Gardner syndrome does not include multiple polyposis, osteomas of bone, supernumerary teeth, scrotal tongue. Scrotal tongue. Important clinical features of Gardner syndrome include multiple polyposis of large intestine, osteomas of bone, impacted supernumerary and permanent teeth, epidermoid or sebaceous cyst of skin, desmoid tumors. Most common supernumerary tooth: third molar, mesiodens, mandibular second premolar, maxillary canine. Mesiodens. Mesiodens occurring between the maxillary central incisors. 90% of supernumerary tooth occurs in maxilla. Most common supernumerary tooth form: tuberculate, conical, supplemental, odontome. Conical. There are 4 types of supernumerary tooth form: tuberculate, conical, supplemental, odontome. Congenital absence of 6 or more tooth is known as anodontia, oligodontia, hypodontia, microdontia. Oligodontia. Congenital absence of 1 to 6 tooth excluding the third molar is known as hypodontia, and the congenital absence of 6 or more tooth is known as oligodontia. Complete absence of teeth is known as anodontia. It's all about the topic developmental disturbance of teeth. Thank you.